Hello everyone, my name is Moe Mohapi, also known as the host with the most. Welcome to Madam Speaker 101. Today we're going to be talking about something that's crucial, very beneficial for you right now, and it has to do with you trying to figure out your brand, figure out your type of business, and we are calling it finding your niche. Stay tuned. Alright, so today's topic is about finding your niche. Something that people normally mistake, it's something that people don't actually explore. So, what happens is you read an article about a 16-year-old who made a spaceship from I don't know, something, and he actually blew up his mom's kitchen. And then, later on, it's found out that he actually created something phenomenal, an innovative way to go into space without losing oxygen. I don't know, I just made that up out of the top of my mind. But it is sort of based on a story that I've read before. So you're sitting in your kitchen and you like 20 years old and you're reading about this 13-year-old and you're thinking, what, please, I can also do the same thing, and you go and do the same thing. But have you actually explored? Have you actually gone in and asked yourself what your niche is? So finding your niche is very important because it basically will define you as a business. It'll define you as a professional brand. It'll define you as a personal brand as well. You need to have your own kind of thing, right? I don't know if you remember, but in episode 3, I spoke about a quote that I got from a friend of mine, David Chavalala, who spoke about you need to kind of be uniquely you. But in order for you to be uniquely you, you need to find out what makes you unique. You need to find out what it is that you want to do. All right, so I'm going to give you a bit of a background story on my life journey. And as you know, this channel is about me sharing my experience, and maybe hopefully it'll help you out. So I always knew that I would be in marketing. Always. I just knew that I'm a marketer. But you need to understand, growing up, in high school, and if you don't have proper career guidance, you won't really understand clearly what it is that you want to do, right? And if there's one thing that is failing in our country, is the lack of career guidance. There isn't enough information out there, opportunities out there to teach people about different sectors that we find in our country, from trade, from business. We don't have that. Yes, the Department of Education really tries its best to do a lot of career guidance expos and open days, but still, it's almost like our youth is still not grasping what this thing is about. And what I've also picked up with our youth is a lot of them don't do a lot of reading. So, you in high school and you get stuck in just high school. And then post high school, now you have to go and study in tertiary, and then you just follow the crowd and you basically do what your friends are doing or what you heard someone else is doing. But is it truly something that you want to do? Is it truly something that defines you? Is it your passion? I pause because I believe in passion. This is a passion project that I'm doing right now. My YouTube channel is a passion of mine because my passion is to inspire, is to educate, and to motivate people in different spheres of life and from different backgrounds. And for me, it doesn't matter. As long as you find the content valuable for you to make a difference in your life, then I've ticked my box and I'm happy. You need to follow your passion. But you will never understand what your true passion is because growing up, you love and like a lot of things. I found out in standard 8, grade 10, that I'm going to be a marketer. And I must tell you, I first started off, I wanted to be a pilot. I know, right? And I wanted to be a pilot specifically because I read a story about, I think it was the first African black female who was a pilot. I think she was from Nigeria. I could be mistaken. It was a very long time ago. And I came across a story and I was like, I want to be like her. But I didn't realize that actually, for me, the passion was I want to be a pioneer. I always want to be in the forefront. I always want to be the first to do something. It wasn't really necessarily to say that I want to be a pilot, because I don't really want to be a pilot. But I knew that I wanted to pilot something myself. I wanted to be a pioneer. Because she was the first black female, and I wanted to also be a first black female. And then later on, I did interior design at school, and I was like, oh my goodness, I want to be an interior designer. And that was short-lived, but you go through those avenues. You have to go through that. Look, some people they're fortunate enough, They wake up and then they just know exactly who they're going to be, and then they become just led, you know. And then you get people like me who then start from pilot to interior designer to marketer. So I studied marketing, I did BCom marketing, I did my degree, and when I started studying, then everything else got open, and I started seeing the different fears of marketing, and I started falling in love with marketing. Long story short, I ended up in the entertainment space. So with entertainment, I was doing marketing because I was promoting a lot of clubs. For obviously, I started off as a promoter myself, and then worked my way into actually being a, you know, owning promo girls type of thing, and promoting clubs. So I would push certain brands, whether it's alcohol brands or whatever brands that needed some sort of marketing and exposure, and we would then use the different clubs and cafes in Bloemfontein to obviously push this brand. And I started making money. I was like making real money. I'm not gonna joke. It's real money that you make as a promoter, but it's very short lived. But I always knew that you know, I always landed in the entertainment area, whether I was a public speaker, whether I was a promoter, or whether I was managing artists, whether I was managing events, whether I was coming up with event concepts, whether I was going out to get sponsorships for events, and collaborations for promoters. I had always played in that space, and I love that, you know. And then later on in life, when I did my honors degree, it started broadening a bit more, and obviously at this time I'm a professional now, and I am working for a big corporate company, and now I'm getting a bit more exposed as to the professional segment of entertainment, you know, or of a marketer within the entertainment space. Quite interesting, because now I was on the other side of the table. All right, so I'm the one that interacts with promoters. They come to me for sponsorships, they come to me for collaborations, they come to me for advice on events and entertainment, and I obviously give it out for free, because that's just who I am. I really, for me, I want to see everyone working together. I want to see everyone just exploring different things, and everyone must make money. For me, it's just like, how do we all make money? How do we all get rich from this specific thing? You know, it's not always about me. I always want to share. I always want to collaborate. That's just that's my thing, and I don't lie about it. You know, so that's one of my passions. You know, and again, I'm bringing it up to you. It was quite a journey to find my niche, because in the entertainment space, whew, you need to have really tough skin. And I'm grateful that I attended a all girls school, because you know, all the bullying and everything, you grow thick skin. You grow thick skin, you grow up really quick, but you start learning your worth at a very young age, because you go to an all girls school or a same-sex school, let's say that. And in the entertainment space, I got exploited a lot, because I've got so much energy and I've got so much ambition, and I've always had that enthusiasm towards, let's all work together. And some people actually manipulate your passion and your ambition for their own personal gain. You're gonna get that, but I'm grateful for those moments, because they taught me so much about myself, and they taught me about how I don't want to do business. For me, it was all lessons learned on, this is not how I want to collaborate with people. This is not how I want to do this thing. You know, I want to grow people. I want us to all be leveled. You know, I want us all to just rise to the occasion together. My concepts were stolen many times, and that's when I started learning about patenting and copywriting your concepts. It's quite crucial. It's very vital, as an entrepreneur or as a creator. So I'm a creative, and as a creative, you come up with really crazy ideas and you put them down on paper, but you really need to be careful who you share that document with. And growing up, I mean, I don't know, I thought we were all in this together, so I would share my concepts with people, and tomorrow you attending something and you're thinking, this is so similar to what I proposed to X, Y, and Z, but now ABC is doing it, and ABC actually does have a relation with X, Y, and Z. And you start growing up, you start learning, oh, you know, so there's a lot of trust issues, you know, that I encountered, disloyalty that I encountered, but I'm grateful. You know, I always say, the people that actually exploited me in the past, thank you so much, because you actually helped build Brand Mowi Mohapi. You taught me a lot, And a lot of the lessons that you teach me is lessons that I teach my mentees. It's lessons that I share in my public speaking and motivational talks. So thank you, you know, and it's things that I use for myself when I interact with other young Moe Mohapis out there, and I say, okay, this is not how I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it the same way that X, Y, and Z did it. I'm actually going to, you know, do it in RSQ. I'm trying to find other letters in the alphabet. That's actually funny. Sorry, I kid myself. But basically that's it, right? And I moved on, and obviously I broadened my horizons. I study a bit more, I read a lot, and you start growing in your profession. You start growing, and then I realized, okay, this is actually what my marketing is. You know, I want to be in the professional space. And I don't know if you guys also, if you watched episode 2 of Madam Speaker 101, I spoke about brand pillars, and professionalism is one of my brand pillars. And I knew at that point that my niche is definitely in the marketing space, in entertainment, but not specifically entertainment, but in the marketing space in the terms of brand strategy. I'm a brand strategist because I work with different brands coming up with different concepts and campaigns for different things. And that's when I found my niche. And I only found my niche last year. After trial and error of so many things. I mean, I think I started in the entertainment space in 2012. I had my first fashion show in 2012. Didn't know what I was doing. With these two friends of mine, we came up with a brand and everything, and we ran at a loss. We didn't even break even. We ran at a loss, our first gig, and it was such a specialized gig, and it also had to do with promoting and spreading a bit of awareness with fashion designers that we had in Bloemfontein. You know, always pioneering, always trying to come up with concepts. And now we've got the Free State Fashion Week. Thank you. Free State Fashion Week is there on a much bigger scale, really giving awareness and exposure to a lot of fashion designers. But I had that concept in 2012. I didn't understand where I was going with it. And anyway, it's not my niche, it's not my thing, it's not my passion. But I tried it, trial and error. Going from public speaking at different places, emceeing at music festivals. I then picked up very, very, very early that my public speaking, I'm a professional public speaker. I'm a corporate MC is how I define myself. Bo is not brand Moe Mohapi. I learned that the hard way. So you go through the motions. The most important thing I want to share about knowing and understanding and finding your niche is you're going to go through a lot. You have to trial and error. It's like any chef. You know, I've got a lot of chef friends. Chef Hector, Mzwandile, Chef Mzwa. Please check him out on Instagram. Absolutely amazing chef. Love that chef. You know, he just did things. You know, him and I dreamt and came up with crazy things together in the kitchen. He always thought I was crazy, but he always made it come to life. But chefs do that. They trial and error. They try other things. Sometimes they make a bomb. Sometimes it's a bomb in the kitchen. But it's through trying different things, different recipes together to make a sensational taste for different palates, you know. And that ultimately is what finding your niche is about. You're going to go through trials and tribulations. And it's okay. You learn from them. You become stronger. I love mistakes. I love them. I love lessons. I love trials. I love challenges. Because you come out as a better person. You learn a lot of things about yourself. You learn a lot of things about your specific discipline that you're in. And you grow. Most importantly, these trials and tribulations grow you. You grow. And you become a better version of yourself. So that you can also be an example to the rest. And teach the rest, you know. The church I go to, they remind us every day, you need to share your story for God's glory, in the sense that sharing your story is going to help a lot of people out there, because everyone is going through something, or you might have overcome something that someone else is going through, and you are basically that person's example. You know, you're that person's testimony that anything with God is possible, or anything in life is possible, really. And that's what finding your niche is about ultimately. you need to go through the motions. You need to go through the motions. That's my 2 cents. Remember to subscribe to my channel, very important. You know, like I said, I only share when I'm inspired. And my motto, my mantra is about inspire, educate, motivate. That is what I'm all about. So please click on the subscribe button. Do it now. Did you do it? Haven't you done it? You haven't done it? Oh my goodness, do it now. It's free. There we go. Thank you very much. And I thank you so much. I appreciate all of those that just subscribed. Check out for my next video. Peace out.